Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here. This is the new iPhone X, which is Apple's answer to the Galaxy S8 and phones like it that have little to no bezels. There are a bunch of features that are on the new iPhone X, but here are the top 10 things you need to know about it. The design of the iPhone X is Apple's biggest change to the iPhone since its inception a decade ago. It features an almost bezel-less front and packs all its important sensors at the top, which I'm not a big fan of, but I'm holding back judgment until I use it. The phone also has a glass back, just like the iPhone 8, which is supposed to be very impact resistant and is what allows for wireless charging. The lock button on the side is now bigger and can be used for activating Siri and Apple Pay. The inside of the iPhone X sports the latest and greatest specs. It has a 5.8-inch Super Retina 2436 by 1125 OLED display that is said to be better than the displays of other phones that have OLED like the Galaxy S8. It has an IP67 certification, which means nothing will happen to it when you go swimming, just like the iPhone 7. And we also got an Apple A11 chip with an Apple designed GPU, which is significantly faster than the iPhone 7. On the back, we have 12 megapixel dual cameras with optical image stabilization on both of them. And on the front, we have a 7 megapixel camera with a bunch of new face tracking sensors. Video recording now goes up to 4K at 60 frames per second, and if you want to shoot slow-mo, you can do that at 240 frames per second in 1080p. LTE support speeds up to 450 megabits per second, and the phone weighs 174 grams, which is right between the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus's weight. The most iconic feature of the iPhone is now gone. Aside from not having a headphone jack, this has no home button, which might be a deal breaker for some that became accustomed to the fingerprint sensor on the older models. Thankfully, Apple announced the iPhone 8, which does have a fingerprint sensor and is just as fast as the iPhone X. Now, this also means that there is no Touch ID, and instead we have Face ID, which uses your face to unlock your phone, but it still remains to be seen how well this actually works, but Apple does say that it is safer to use than Touch ID. One of the most requested features over the past couple of years has been wireless charging, which Apple has finally decided to get on board with. Now you won't need to bother with lightning cables and can just instead set it on top of a charging pad and feel the freedom. The best thing is that Apple is using the standard. They're not using anything proprietary. So you don't need to buy anything special from Apple. If you have an old wireless charger that you bought for an Android phone, or your furniture or car has one built in, then it will work with the iPhone X and iPhone 8. The glass in the front and the back is said to be reinforced so it doesn't really crack, but we've seen with other phones that this doesn't mean that dropping it won't shatter the phone. So you'll probably have to get a case, be very careful, or just opt for a phone that doesn't have so much glass. With all these new features and tech, the iPhone X will consume more battery life, but they've actually made it up for it by adding 2 more hours of battery life than the iPhone 7, which should make it last a full day or almost a full day. But with wireless charging, I'm sure that it will improve your battery usage and you won't have to go through the hassle of plugging it in anymore, so it's probably just going to lay on a table charging sometimes, as opposed to you wouldn't have it charged in or plugged in otherwise. The phone will come in space gray and silver, which the silver is more like white and looks just like the clone that we checked out a month ago or so. Now you might be wondering why no other colors. Well, the fronts are black only, and to keep it simple and just straightforward for launch, it makes sense to only have 2 color options. We might see more colors in the future, but we'll most likely never see an iPhone X with a white front. So any colors that come do have to match that black. Be buying the iPhone 10 come release. I mean, is it even worth it for $1,000 when phones like the S8 have pretty similar features and are much less expensive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, make sure to leave a like and share it, as that always helps. I will have coverage of all the phones come release, so make sure to subscribe and click the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a video. Also, if you'd like, make sure to include the number of times that I've said iPhone in this video in your comment to be entered to win a $10 iTunes gift card. Announce the winner in the comments next week, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.